people in situations you shouldn't be praising. You might want to work. I hear to work on your relationship with God. I feel like you may be a little bit out of touch, Aries. A little bit out of touch, honey. You need to tap in, build that relationship up. 4, angel protection. They're with you every step of the way. This is what your ancestors want. It's time. The only reason we are here is to know God. To know God, to know his love, to know the truth. God is the truth. He is a loving God. Loving. Forgiving. Kind. Understanding. But you have to understand too, that's where free will comes in. If you're making decisions and you know, that's why I say I was a child. I did childish things. Once you get to a certain age, you are an adult. You're responsible, baby. You're responsible, boo. So when life starts smacking you in the ass, like parents do when they love you and you go the wrong way, that's just God's way of telling you you're going the wrong way. 4 and 3. Balancing that spiritual life out. Making sure you're all in alignment. Rewards. You will reap the rewards, but you have to start being honest. You'll see the fruits of your labor with honesty. The spirit whisper, divine guidance, higher knowing. 3. They're trying to tap in. God is trying to tap in. The angels are trying to tap in. Higher self is trying to tap in, but you doubt yourself. You need other people to validate you. You need other people to validate what you hear. You need other people to co-sign on your relationship. No, you're not crazy, but you do need to tap in. It's an insult. You were gifted a beautiful gift. A gift of knowing. We all were. But you can't be so caught up in the flames that you can't see through the smoke. Ever heard of smoke and mirrors? If you knew better, you would do better. It's time to know better. If you don't know better, it's your responsibility to know better. Once you hit that mark, 18 equals 9. That's completion. Your parents have instilled what they could instill in you past that point. The dream walker, dreams, the collective good, illusions. It's time to start thinking for others. It's time to start thinking for the collective. What can you give? How can you be of service? It's never too late for your dreams. Your dreams can always come true, but you are the creator of those dreams. Are you going to create those dreams? 1-8. You get what you receive. What goes around comes around, Aries. You have to start doing the work. You can no longer live comfortably behind the illusion of whatever it is that you're telling yourself. You can't do it anymore. God's tired. He's tired of everybody wanting to be saved, but nobody wanting to save themselves. That's why we have free will, because at the end of the day, it's a choice. And you can't make anybody else feeling bad for not, and he's not going to feel bad. Because he said at the end, his people will know. They will know. They will go. They'll hear. That's why so many people are waking up. That's why so many people are psychic and all these different things are happening right now, because people are waking up. There's another step in the evolution chart. We are not just a people. We are literally magic. We are literally a strong current, a strong vibration. Don't let science get you fooled out here. God is God, and that's on that. Science is just man's way of trying to understand what we could never really comprehend, and it's not for us to comprehend. Okay. Flow, letting go, natural movement. Resistance. I feel resistance. Go with the tide, not against the tide. What happens if you're swimming and you're in the ocean and you go against the tide? Current's going to pull you under. You're probably going to drown. I hate to say it like that, but that's real life. But it's a symbolism. When I did my angel notebook, when I used to write and I was practicing the automatic writing like with the angels, I was told that everything is a symbolism of something. Everything here on earth symbols something. Symbolisms is how we recognize things. Numbers and symbolisms. Symbolisms mean something. They all mean something. Some of us are more plugged in than others to realize what these symbols mean. Some of us are more plugged in than others to get people tapped in. But once I tap in, now I can tap you in. Then you can tap others in. You can tap your children in. You can make sure that your children stay tapped in. It's really us sometimes who lead our children astray by not wanting to fix ourselves, by being too prideful, by not being humble, by being scared. We literally, every day, most of us teach our children how to be afraid. But how often do you teach them how to be brave? Fear can't stay here. There's no room for fear anymore. There's no room to be afraid anymore because it's too low of a vibration. Love for self, love for who you were as a child. It's very powerful because the more I heal myself, I have 3 pictures of myself up. One when I was 2, one when I was 4. I feel around like 4, and then one was I was like 7, 8. And it's crazy because as I heal my inside, as I show that little girl the light, my pictures look different. I feel different feelings when I see myself smile as a kid in those pictures than I did before I started doing that work. I've been looking at this person this whole time like, who are you? You know, this person looked unfamiliar to me, and it's crazy because that's me. But that's what this life does. It disconnects you from who you really are. Then you spend the rest of your life trying to figure out who you are when you already know who you are. You just have to plug into the universe and plug out of the matrix. Let go. 3. Keep working on that spiritual balance. Keep spending time with that higher self. Have those discussions with yourself. Get a notebook. Cry it out. Write it out. But you need to start visiting that 3-year-old. He, she is scared. They, them. We're just going to go with he, she for now, though. We'll stick to the basics. They're scared. And they want someone to walk them out. And obviously your parents aren't there anymore. Your parents, they don't see your parents anymore because they don't live with your parents. A lot of us are just operating out of fear and we don't even fucking know it. Afraid to look at ourselves in the fucking mirror. Really. It's a scary time. Now imagine children that grew up, never mastered childhood, never really understood trying to raise other children. Unless that child that's now an adult decides to look at themselves differently, they're just going to repeat patterns. The web weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. 4. Everything has a cause, everything has an effect. You do not get to do things and think that you are exempt from what comes with it. And it's just more reprimanding. You're loved, you're guided, you're protected, but it's a tough love. It's a love that teaches you to get your shit together. It's a love that shows you that there's work to be done. There's, it teaches you that you have to work for the things that you really want. That right there, that's us working in divine duet. That's us because God has his part. But we got to do our part first. And our part, unfortunately, because we live on a lower plane, it entitles a little bit more work. But to us, that's just proving how much we really want what we say we want. There has to be, you can't say you want something and there's no action behind it, because then it's like, do you really want it? Action is, that's what's important, action. And you have that fire sign, you have that Aries, but you have to be able to use it constructively. You have to be able to use it constructively. All right, so angel messages. We're about done here, Aries. I would like to, got my archangel cards here. Everybody's not familiar with archangels, but these cards, they just keep things positive. They keep things light. It's okay to look at the dark, but you don't want to live there. You don't want to live in the dark ages, okay? It's okay to know a little bit of information. It's okay to research. But, you have to explore that part of you. You have to get to know your 3-year-old self. What are some other ways to tap into your 3-year-old self? Some other ways to tap into your 3-year-old self would be one more. To Another way to tap into the 3 years old would be to spend time with your children. Spend time with the babies. All right. All right. So clear your space. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. Archangel Jophiel. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. Clean out the energy around you. Energy is something that you need to protect at all costs. You cannot just be letting any and everybody up in your space, especially people you don't know. Start reading people with your energy. Stop just letting people come, to you. You have to start taking responsibility for your energy, and you have to start taking responsibility for the energy you allow around you. Accountability is the name of the game, Aries. You have to learn. Clutter is a cluttered mind. Nobody likes to clean. Me, myself, I can't say that I like to clean, but I like a clean space. So that's kind of where my accountability comes in. If I want a clean space, I need to clean it. I have to put in the work, but I get what I receive. If my intention is to have a clean space and I do the work for a clean space, I get a clean space. It's no simpler than that. Feng Shui is like Japanese art. Well, I want to say art, but it's like a Japanese lifestyle thing where you place things in certain spots of your house, and it's supposed to have benefits. I've never really done the feng shui, but I do move my things around often to try to get some type of a feng shui. Gentleness. Archangel Sandalphon, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environment. It's all about the love. When we're children, we want to be loved. We want to be around love. Who makes you feel love? What makes you feel love? Listen to some gentle music. Go camping. Go spend time. Watch a movie. Read a book. Be kind. Be gentle. Be loving. Be sweet to yourself. I hear be sweet. I think sweet just describes like you hear sweet and you can just be sweet with yourself. Be sweet. Victory. Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. That's the next step. You thought about the prayer. You had an intention. You prayed. You asked for it. Your action, even though it's not really an action, is to have faith. That's what you need to do. It's not physical. It's spiritual, boo. Have faith. Have faith in your purpose. Have faith in your Creator's purpose. Have faith. All is well. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, we'll soon understand. You can do whatever you want to do. You can have anything you want to have. But you have to trust. You have to have faith. Just like the last card said. Everything's fine. It might not look fine, but who gives a shit how it looks? Because 9 times out of 10, if you're looking through the eyes of 3D and you're looking through the eyes of the Matrix and you don't yet understand, you'll come to understand that everything here created is created to make us feel a certain way on purpose. Magic is a very real thing. The only reason that we don't know about it is because the powers that be wrote it off to us. They taught it to us as it was a fairy tale, as it was make-believe, as it was not real. Magic, aka alchemy. Alchemy is very fucking real. If you can switch your feelings around, alchemy, if you can change your feelings, if you can transform your feelings, you can transform anything. It's all energy. But you have to go into things thinking about everything as an energetic standpoint. Energy just explains God's miracles. That's it. And it just explains how God's miracles work. It just unlocks the keys. It just teaches you about the vibration of things. Once you have a vibrational understanding, you understand that what you feel in your heart, what you feel in here, what you see in here, combined with your experience, combined with a relationship with the highest part of you, your child self, you'll realize that you have a job to do. Aries, we all have a job to do. But you gotta buck up. You have to trust. You have to trust the process. Trust is the key. All you have to do is trust. Overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you, and you're surmounting any previous challenges. You did it. It's already promised. It's already set in stone. You will be all right, Aries. You will be fine. You went through a lot of shit recently. We all have. We really all have. We all have had difficulties. We all have had shortcomings. However, it's not about the difficulties. It's not about the shortcomings itself. It's about the lesson. It's about the blessing. It's about the truth. It's about the lie. It's about knowing. That's why it's so important to unplug. How are you going to unplug from the Matrix? You're going to stop watching so much fucking TV. You're going to stop listening to so much music. Listen, my cousin's a producer, and he said that music in the 90s was made with 432 hertz. If anyone knows anything about frequency, 432 hertz is the vibration of love. I literally think that's why when I listen to songs from the 90s, my heart skips a beat. Even go back and listen to some of the music that we grew up listening to in the 90s. I'll give a quick example. NSYNC, Tearing Up My Heart. Listen to those words. Now, if you were like me, I sang Tearing Up My Heart all the time. But then I thought about something the other day when I was listening to it, and it's just me being conscious. It's just me paying attention. It says, I'm tearing up my heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, I feel the pain. At this moment, my little 8-9-year-old self is speaking pain into my life. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if the boy's there. It doesn't matter if he's gone. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to feel this pain regardless. I love a good love song. I love R&B. A lot of it was about pain. So, should I really be that surprised that as I've grown up in my life, based off my preference of music, based off my programming, I had such hard times in relationships? No, I'm not surprised. Because when I was 8, I was screaming about how I was heartbroken any fucking way, regardless to whether he, she, it was there. So, that's something that I need to tap into. The worst is now behind you. I hear stop telling yourself that same story and create a different story for yourself. Create a different narrative. You're not the sad little girl or boy with parents that couldn't be there anymore. That child has grown up. That child